It's Friday.
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
You know what? It's Blue Friday, and I forgot to fly my school colors, so to speak.
It's Blue Friday, and I deliberately wore another Kraken thing.
You always wear Kraken.
I
should have worn Seahawks or at least Huskies. Both playing on this weekend.
That's true. Okay. I'll see if I can go get you a Huskies cap while we're doing it.
Man.
All right.
Frustrated.
Hey, good morning. It's Curt and Jen in the morning. This is our podcast. Thank you for joining us today. We have a bunch of fun stuff to talk about. We actually, I really enjoy, well, Jen is not a fan of pumpkin spice stuff. If you listen to the show, you know that she's not a huge fan, but a lot of people are. And we've got for you the top pumpkin spice things that are not edible that people are trying to buy. Unedible pumpkin spice things. Right?
This is a whole new level of pumpkin spice.
Of spicery?
Of pumpkin spice.
All right.
It is just a whole new level.
Also, we've got for you things that are worth spending 15 minutes on every day of your life.
Standing versus sitting at concerts. There was a little debate between us yesterday on the podcast, and now we've brought it to our listeners. And you have things to say about that.
The top cereals of all time. Jen and I are both big fans of cereal. I don't know who's a bigger cereal person. You're going to say it's
me.
I've not seen any data.
What cereals do you have in your cabinet right now?
Well, very, very few because I'm not allowed to eat them anymore. However, if I could, there would be 27
million trillion.
8.
Yeah.
And finally, apparently, some parents are handing out business cards in the playground for their
to help land Playdates
for their kids.
It's kind of brilliant.
Like
it's
a
kind of
6-year-old,
funny.
like, here,
it's kind of ridiculous.
Here's my card. Your people can call my people.
A lot of things all at once. And of course, it's Fun Fact Friday.
It is all those things.
But first, I do want to mention that there's been like a heat warning in Seattle.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's amateur hour here compared to the rest of the country that's getting a heat wave.
It's going to be like in the mid 80s to, and they're like, oh, heat wave.
And meanwhile, it's like over 100 degrees in California and
that's
Las
legitimate
Vegas
heat wave. Those people losing their heads, that's legit. Us going, it might get near 90.
It's so hot here. I cannot survive.
Why did you stick this in here? It's a good weekend to be on a boat.
Well, because
Is
around here in the Pacific Northwest, it's going to hover right around 80 degrees. We're kind of we're starting an Indian summer, which I love.
Listen,
I don't even know if we can say that anymore, but
we invited you on the boat last weekend. You said up yours. I hate going on the boat.
On Labor Day weekend when plans were already made.
That is true. That's right.
Okay. Anyway, let's go.
Do you want to go out on the boat this weekend? I can't.
Yeah, on Sunday. I want to go out on the boat on Sunday.
We have plans on Sunday. Not you and me. But there are... You're going to pout.
I just wanted to mention my daughter Macy made the slow pitch softball team at her high school.
This is one that you should preface by starting with everything's okay.
Everything's okay, but she did get another concussion.
Don't do that, Macy.
When she was playing soccer last year, she got a concussion. Her older sister had 3 concussions. Like, what is the deal with my kids and concussions?
Well, she's trying to keep up with her older sister. That makes sense.
I've
got 2 more to go.
Now we're on concussion protocol.
Oh, boy.
It's a real bummer. And I got my Glassybaby prize yesterday. Remember I told you I entered that contest and won? I got the prize in the mail. And I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't just one Sunday drinker. It was 2.
So, and I said, well, that means you've got one you can keep, one you can share with a friend. Like, no, I've got 2. And we can toast together.
Yeah, during Seahawks games, I have to have a friend over so we can cheers. That's what Glassybaby specifically told me when I posted a video about it on Instagram.
Right.
Saying, I got 2. Thank you so much.
These
They're
are
like,
the
of course.
Seahawks Glassybabies.
Yes.
Can you get any closer here? I feel like you're getting squished out.
I am. It's fine. It's all right.
No, people will yell at me. Don't squish Jen out.
Okay.
I just have a bigger chair.
All right.
That's all there is to it.
Let's talk about breakfast cereals, the best breakfast cereals of all time, which I don't happen to agree with, by the way.
But whenever we do this, they make these lists. These lists are designed to have us say, that's why we're talking about it.
Okay.
They've tricked us again into promoting their silly little story here.
Here's the thing that you may not have realized. The first cold cereal was cereal. I need to enunciate my words. The first cold cereal was introduced in 1863, meaning cereal is now 160 years old.
Do you know what the name of that first cereal was?
No.
Probably just cereal.
It doesn't even say.
I know. We got to do more research on that. But still, if I put out something new, it's like, hey, check this out. Brand new from me, cereal.
Okay, you keep talking. I'm going to look it up. The very first cereal.
Not every cereal, of course, it's come out since the late 1800s have tasted good, and some have actually been disgusting. Disgusting. I'm talking to you, Cocoa Puffs.
Like Fiber One? Like Cocoa Puffs? You think Cocoa Puffs are bad?
Get
the very first cereal.
So this is a list that was compiled of what they are claiming, the 50 best breakfast cereals of all time. This is probably going to inspire some debate. We'll get to it here in just a second after we find out the name of the first cereal. I'm going with just cereal. Probably in a generic box, just a white box. If it was in a box at all, it says cereal on it.
What? Okay, it was introduced when a religious, conservative, vegetarian, and health spa, then called Sanitarium, proprietor named, blah, 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 created what he called granola, made of graham flour.
That sounds horrible.
Well, it was the start of something great, though, Curt.
You know what? It tasted like chicken. So
someone had to start somewhere, and they started there. And
let's
now
not go with the top first. Let's go. What we have here is a top 20 of these 50 so-called greatest cereals of all time.
I like this number one, but I would not ever in a million years say it is the best cereal in the whole entire world of all time.
So looking at these top 20, which we're staring at right now, on this list, what do you say? Okay, that should be on the list, that should be on the list, that should be on the list. Because we do have, I just was joking about Cocoa Pebbles, but that was number 18.
There's a list of 50 that you can look up if you want. You just have to Google it, top 50 cereals. But we're just going to go through a few of them. I mean, Captain Crunch.
Just saying, you just said that like 5 seconds ago.
What? Oh, we did? I didn't hear you. It was because I was looking up the thing and you said it. I'm sorry. All right.
Okay,
oh, jeez. Happy Friday.
Rice Krispies Treats cereal? Wait, that's not even Rice Krispies. That's Rice Krispie Treats cereal. Introduced in 1993. That can't be one of the best of all time.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Uh-oh. On your way home today.
No, you can't find those. Rice Krispies, yes, but Rice Krispies Treats cereal?
That may not still be around. Do not Google that, but let's just...
All right.
Trix is on
there.
there.
No way. Barfarama.
No, that's great. Trix is fantastic.
For kids.
Captain Crunch, specifically the Oops All Berries, which came out like 1997, was number 15. Golden Grams is on there. Honey Smacks, which they used to call Sugar Smacks, remember?
Yeah, but I think that they were two different brands. I think weren't there? Or Sugar Pops. It's Sugar Pops and Honey Smacks. Those were the competing...
Right.
Both the same, but competing, like
one
Post
of them
and Kellogg or something.
Dig'em the Frog was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
Cookie Crisp is on here, which is vile. Vile. That's pretty harsh, isn't it? Vile. Cocoa Puffs.
14,
Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds.
What?
All right. Now we're getting to the good stuff. This is the top 8. Lucky Charms.
Is it 8?
Frosted Flakes is number 7. That should be higher. Apple Jacks is number 6. In my life, I've never had Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks.
You like Apple Jacks, though?
I used to. I don't like them anymore. I just don't like fruity cereal.
Interesting. So you've outgrown some of the cereal that you
Fruit Loops.
Number 5 is Fruit Loops.
I've never liked that.
Fantastic. The only thing that makes Fruit Loops better is if you actually put some extra sugar on.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Now, how is this possible? Number 4, and this is the list of the top cereals of all time, is Oreo O's.
Have you had those before?
No. They taste like Oreos?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a good idea. I mean,
because you dunk Oreos in milk anyway.
Number 3 is Captain Crunch. Crunch Berries, agreed. Phenomenal.
I'm just surprised that the OG Captain Crunch isn't even on the list.
Well, as you pointed out before, you don't like Captain Crunch because you say that it raises...
Oh, no, I like it.
Not R-A-I-S-E-S, R-A-Z-E-S. It tears up the roof
It's like a cheese grater for the top of your mouth.
Number 2, best cereal of all time.
Honey Nut Cheerios. No.
Right. Also, Cheerios is only number 31 on the list because Cheerios is pretty bland.
But Cheerios is like a solid cereal.
Well, if you have kids, you keep them with you. Like when
what's the number 1? All right. What's number 1?
And this is the one that we both disagree on.
Well, do you like it?
Never had it. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
What?
Introduced in 1984. Well, I mean, I wasn't a big cereal eater for the last...
You just were proclaiming at the beginning of the show that you're such a cereal fan, and you've never had Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
You didn't let me finish the sentence. I've not been a big cereal eater in the last, I don't know, 15, 20 years because what is the problem? Oh, yeah, I'm a grown-up, so I didn't have it that much. And it only came out in, 1984.
I'm adding Cinnamon Toast Crunch to my grocery list for the weekend, and we will be having a bowl of cereal on Monday.
Oh, I'm sure it's
so that you can try it. Have you had Golden Grahams?
Yes.
Like or not like?
It's all right.
We make the best indoor s'mores with Golden Grahams. They're good.
Okay, good.
They're good. Real good. All right.
So let us know. There's a lot that are not on this list, obviously. What do you think is the best cereal of all time? Maybe you agree with this. But mostly, I've never even heard of Oreo O's.
Okay, I'll try to get 4. Those too.
You don't have to get them.
I want you to try these delicious cereals.
Can I pour
milk? Have you had Reese's Puffs?
Can I pour milk into a bowl and then crunch up some actual Oreos?
Not the same.
Okay.
These hold up better in milk. They don't, because if you did that, it disintegrates.
And just so you know, we don't know where the other, number 21 through 50 are. So some of the ones we haven't mentioned are also probably
they could be on the list. Can I just say what they brought back? I was at Target, and they have a whole end cap of that monster cereal that they used to have when we were growing up, like Count Chocula, Frankenberries, and there was one more.
Blueberry.
Frankenberry and Blueberries?
Yeah, it was the blue ghost or whatever, right? Blueberry?
So they have a whole end cap, and I was walking in Target. It was last weekend, and so there's a lot of people doing back to school shopping. And there's this dad with his daughter, and he walks by and he's like, oh my gosh. And then he's explaining to his daughter, these cereals used to be so popular when I was young, and then they took them away, and now they're back.
Wait, did they take them away? This is fantastic.
I don't know. That's what he said.
Now, let me ask you this. Did this dad actually go,
I mean, it was pretty close to that.
Okay.
He stopped in his tracks and he did a whole speech to his daughter
about how
on this awesome cereal.
I like it.
I do too.
Feel free to contribute your favorite cereals. All right, on to pumpkin spice flavored stuff. Now, when we say pumpkin spice flavored stuff, you're thinking, it's flavored because
latte,
it's edible or drinkable. Well, Google, have you heard of Google?
I have.
Okay. They have released some data on the most searched inedible pumpkin spice stuff. So they're talking, people that I like the pumpkin spice candles. I'm not going to talk about that because that's already a thing. But some of these that we're going to go over, all right. So
they did it by state, right? Like what's popular in each state that
correct.
People are looking for, right?
So in a lot of states, the most popular pumpkin spice scented items were personal care stuff, which I can kind of get to because if you
body wash, shampoo, deodorant.
And you want to walk around smelling like your hair smelling like pumpkin spice, that's one thing. But how
lip
about
products? Would you like to kiss Dana with some pumpkin spice scented gloss on?
That'd be okay.
Yeah.
But how about people in Montana? They're specifically looking for pumpkin spice body butter.
Okay, that's pretty standard, though. But Arkansas searching for pumpkin spice toothpaste. And pumpkin spice... Okay.
The toothpaste, in my opinion, is okay. The next one is weird.
North Carolina is searching for pumpkin spice. Get ready for it. Toilet paper. Mm-hmm. You want to wipe your butt and have it smell like pumpkin spice?
Well, as long as your butt doesn't smell like butt, that's a good thing. You're trying to, and that's not even fair to a butt because it smells like butt. It can't even be
good for your butt or those Netherlands areas.
Nether regions? Yeah. Okay, so we'll say, I don't know if there even is pumpkin spice toilet paper. We're going to get corrected. Somebody's going to say, They're
just searching for it.
Also, people in California, Mississippi, and Nevada looking for pumpkin spice clothing. Like a pumpkin spice sweater. Of course, fall is sweater weather.
Yeah, but it's not sweater weather yet. Everyone's burning up right now.
How about the cat litter? Pumpkin spice cat litter. That's very popular search in Florida.
I mean, that could be a thing, I guess. Cleaning. People want to clean with pumpkin spice. Several want pumpkin spice dish soap. Mm-hmm. Trash bags that are scented with pumpkin spice.
Well, again, I think things that are inherently stinky, like a trash bag, I think that anything you can do to... But you'd have to like the scent of pumpkin spice, and you don't.
I don't. Indiana, seriously, they're hoping to find some pumpkin spice power wash to freshen up their driveway.
Oh yeah, everybody wants that in their driveway. All right,
that's not even the strange stuff.
The last
everybody.
weird ones, okay.
Not even the strange stuff. We haven't even gotten there yet, but here we are.
The top pumpkin spice search in South Carolina. They're looking for pumpkin spice scented earrings, I guess.
Yeah, people are wanting pumpkin spice scented jewelry.
In Maryland, it's pumpkin spice engagement rings.
No.
Rhode Island, once again, I guess this is fabric that is scented like pumpkin spice. They can make clothes out of it. And finally, you go with this one from Missouri, the biggest pumpkin spice Google item.
In Missouri is brake pads for your car.
Da, 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 da.
I mean, people.
So does that mean when you're braking and you send off a little brake dust,
can we
the
just...
people behind you are going to...
I don't even know, Kurt. I don't even get it. I don't know. I mean, are there even scented brake pads right now anyway? Or just because pumpkin spice is all the rage, they're asking for that?
I don't know about scented brake pads, but I got to assume because this is America that there already are.
Living in America.
Are we done with that?
Yes.
All right.
Please.
We mentioned earlier, and you as a parent, maybe this is
new trend.
A new trend. Parents are helping their kids make friends by, well, you've always heard of, you've heard of Playdates. Obviously, Playdates have been around forever. Well, now, at the Playdate, you can hand out your kids, or the kid can hand out their very own business card.
A Playdate business card. It's a way to try to land some more Playdates for your kids. So this woman on TikTok, I know, is going viral for talking about how parents can help kids make friends by making Playdate business cards. She says it makes things so much easier. Pretty much everything is digital and mobile these days, but business cards are still a thing, even at the playground. I don't believe this.
Here's the question: So what information do you have to put on your card? Do you have to have create a logo for your kid, and like a slug phrase or something like this is what's a good Evan, and underneath it says
this is what you include.
King of the playground.
This is what this lady is saying to include. She says it makes coordinating play dates so much easier because you can get the parents' contact information.
Right.
So that would be on the card, and even include stuff like a photo, Roblox. That's a game, by the way. Usernames, their interests, and websites.
How many websites does
a
Evan
child
have?
You could also...
I like the pauses. There's been a lot of pauses today.
Because this is unbelievable.
All right. So parents, I guess, will often link with other parents through birthday invites, school events, and exchanging numbers at a park. But they're saying with the business cards, you know what? Hey. And then you got to get your kid a little business card carrier, like a metal fancy schmancy business card holder.
She even goes so far to suggest, and I wonder if Staples is sponsoring this, that you can get your cards printed through Staples. There you go.
Get that kid out there.
Get that music going. Let's move on. These are crazy. Oh, I'm excited to hear some of these because you've looked at them. I haven't looked at all these.
Okay, well, this all started when Jen was at a concert. Well, you were at the concert featuring 3 great bands, Cheap Trick, Def Leppard, and The Journeys.
Wow!
As my mom would say, The Journeys. And there was a person that was standing about 5 or 6 rows in front of you, right? And another person that was
literally in the row in front of us was hucking stuff at the
throwing person saying, sit down!
Sit down, throwing stuff at her and hitting her.
Which that is wrong, okay? But that begs the question, all right, so you're at a concert, everybody's paid for their ticket. Is it right for them to expect people to sit down and because you are 5'3", right?
4.
4. I'll give you the extra inch, right?
Thanks.
That sounded bad. Dana is 5'2", my wife. So you guys have always had problems. Would you ever stand on a chair at a concert, by the way?
Ooh, if I really wanted to see something for a moment.
You always think the person behind you in that case. But however, it doesn't matter if you're a small person, you're not going to be able to see over their, heads anytime during the show. So we put it out there. Is it okay to stand for the concert or should you be respectful and sit down? I shouldn't even say respectful because that's, it's not disrespectful.
I'm reading through some of these as you're talking. I cannot believe
All right.
it.
Sitting versus standing at a concert. Ina says, dance, baby, dance.
Amen, sister. Amen.
That's another thing. It's not just standing to see, it's standing to dance.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
You're feeling the music. You can't just sit in your chair and just wiggle around. No.
Brian says, not unless you're in the back row or the person in front of you is standing. Wait a minute. So
someone's got to start the standing. I will start the standing.
Yeah, they're going to not know that you're standing, though. I thought she was still sitting down. Jackie, if it's a concert like a symphony, maybe stay seated. That makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're like, this is the Brandenburg Concerto, you're like, woohoo!
Or in an opera. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess not. But I do, like she said, as a wise man once said, that is a wise man named James. Get up off of that thing, shake it, you feel better. Right?
What is that song?
James Brown.
Sing it.
Get up off of that thing. That's all you're getting. Because we have a long list to go through.
Okay, go.
Robert says he's a hybrid. He says you can sit and stand at the concert.
Yep, which I do, by the way.
Matt Depending on the artist. It does depend on the artist. I don't think people will stand. Oh, he also said the Mozart concert. But anything danceable and you can expect to stand. Now, if no one else is standing, you decide to, that's a little rude.
But someone's got to...
Start the standing?
Someone has to start the standing.
Not if you don't want to stand. Or you think that standing
But
is
how
normal.
does that make sense then? Now, if no one else is standing and you decide to, it's a little rude. But someone's got to.
Well, if you're the only person standing, I guess is what he's saying. That then there's a couple people behind you going, sit down, a-hole.
But if there's no one standing at a rock/pop concert, it would be the first one where I witnessed that.
Yeah. Jennifer, do what you want, but it's nice to be mindful of who's behind you. Yeah. Jimmy, glance around and see how many people are sitting. Then ask yourself, are these people down for anything? Or are they, my back hurts if I sleep without a specific pillow people?
Because here's what I'm usually doing. I'm like, you guys, come on. We got to dance to this one. Stand up. Let's go.
We actually do have someone on here that sort of explains, well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Jody, it's a concert. It's for singing and dancing. If you want to watch it, stay home and catch it on the tube. Amanda, I don't mind standing. It's the people who scream, sing, or talk throughout the concert that I can't stand.
I don't talk throughout the concert, but I do. I scream, sing.
She sings all the words wrong. Jenny, I do not love people behind me dancing. And this is at Journey. She was there. So Jenny said, I did not love people behind me dancing at Journey. She was rear-ended in a car accident a week ago. So I barely made it to the show. But normally, I don't mind.
Because people were standing literally right behind. She got to go in the handicap seats because of her accident.
So Jenny is for standing and dancing at concerts, but she had injured her back.
Yes, so it was hard for her.
Sonia, last one.
Okay.
I think it depends on how the area you're sitting in responding is responding. How the area you're sitting in is responding. It also depends on where you are in relation to the person standing. If the whole section is up, I go up. But here's the thing.
They need to start labeling sections at concerts. Like, these are the cool, exciting people.
Listen, Judgy McJudgerson.
These are we're just going to sit around and not move our bodies and be excited about the music that's being played live in front of us.
I can't wait till you go to a concert after you've had a minor injury or you're like, oh, man, I injured my knee.
No, an injury is something totally different. And then they should be like Jenny or Sonia. Who was it?
It was Jenny, right.
Jenny got to sit in a special section. And I'm just saying, let's have special sections. Because I want to stand and dance and sing.
Mm-hmm. Essentially what you're saying is there needs to be a section for old people and a section for party people.
Well, some might say I'm old. If you talk to my daughters, they would say
exactly.
I'm old.
So depending on the day, you might go and say, sit down. I can't stand up because I injured my back.
Okay.
And my daughter got a concussion again.
There you have it.
Funny.
We solved absolutely nothing here.
There's nothing to be solved, but feel free to chime in. All right. What is worth spending 15 minutes on every day? This is yours. Tell me about it. You found this.
I did find it. I forgot what it is because I found it last night. Mm-hmm. Okay, you only have 24 hours in a day, which is not enough, by the way, especially if you're trying to squeeze in some sleep.
Right.
So there was the whole thing on the internet on what's worth spending 15 minutes on every single day.
Well, that's good because you think about it, time is valuable. And you're like, all right, if I'm going to take even 15 minutes of my time, what's the best way to spend it? What is worth spending that on?
Personal hygiene was one of the top. Like, that was like a theme throughout the
I thought
list.
that'd be a given that would be everybody. Okay.
Not everybody does that. I had to really push my daughter to shower last night, and it's her picture day today. I'm like, get your butt in the shower.
Yeah.
Concussion or no concussion, in the shower.
All right. So the things that people are saying are worth spending 15 minutes on every day.
Decluttering your space because you feel so much like you feel better if your space is. I know. I wish that people could see Curt's space right now.
I wish that people could see Jen's desk at work before you start pointing fingers. All right. This is. I
don't have a desk anymore. It's all in boxes now, Kurt.
Okay. Well, when you have a desk, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to throw out a bunch of stuff on it to make it look cluttered. Stretching. Important to stretch. Yeah.
Do you do that? I don't, and I know I need to.
It's actually, I think, wasn't it you that said that? This was a while ago when we were doing the show, and I think I said, you know what would be great if there was a thing every day, like a sport called stretching, and you were like, I think that's yoga. It's like, oh yeah, good point. So all right, stretching, a hobby.
Yep. Okay. Go
15
ahead.
15 minutes a day on your hobby, and you said personal hygiene. Reading.
I don't do that, but yeah. Reading is good. I listen. Meditation is really good for you.
I want to figure out how to meditate because I'm like, okay, it seems easy enough. Close your eyes and try to think of nothing.
I will bring this up next time. I forgot to actually put up my little notes to remind me, but I just got done reading a book called Breathe.
You had mentioned that I have to read that, and you told Dana that she has to read that, and your friend Lori, I think. No.
Yeah, no. Well, let's talk about that next week. Okay. No, my friend, our friend Lori, who is the health coach, says she has all her clients read this book. It's amazing.
Go for this next one, number 7.
A good, unrushed bowel movement. Curt Cruz.
That's something that people criticize guys about, and we are in touch with that.
Because, listen, we did a whole story on this, that you're not even supposed to spend more than maybe 10 minutes was the limit. Remember, there was a limit by an expert.
No, I don't remember this at all.
Yes, we talked about
10 minutes? That's just getting started. You got to...
It promotes hemorrhoids if you were on there too long.
Okay, what's too long? More than 10 minutes?
I feel like I'll go back and look at the story, but there is a time limit.
Then I guess a lot of dudes have hemorrhoids.
I think it was a story I did when you were gone with Pat.
Oh, okay.
Pat has a lot of long meetings. We call them meetings.
Let's get back to the things we're spending 15 minutes on the day, every day.
Connecting with a friend, making a to-do list and checking things off, listening to a new podcast.
Oh, how about that?
Curt and Jen in the Morning podcast.
Playing an instrument. I actually just yesterday, and this happens, I don't know if other musician, and I'm using musician loosely for me. I play a lot of instruments somewhat okay.
Is guitar your favorite? Please tell me yes, you have a million of them.
I really enjoy being a drummer in the band. The first 2 bands I was a drummer in.
So you have 14 million guitars and 0 drum sets, or do you have a drum set in the garage?
Where am I going to put a drum set? I've got 3 drum sets.
Do you really?
Yeah, they're stored away. The thing is, when there's going to be a bigger house, all these things will come out, right? Anyway, I find myself watching a commercial or on TV, and they'll play a song. I was like, well, that's a cool song. So I'll grab a guitar and just figure it out and play along. So.
I'm still like, you have 3 drum sets in storage.
One is in a storage unit. One is down in the... Well, this is the one downstairs is an electronic drum kit, because actual acoustic drum kits, drum sets are big and hard to store. Let's move on. Connecting with a friend is worth spending 15 minutes a day on. There are drummers out there going, that's not that many drum kits.
I already said connecting with a friend. We're down We're down to writing, journaling.
You know what? Let me actually, where'd that thing go? There's somebody gave me that. Here it is right here. I was just sent this in the mail by my friend Michelle, and she says, journal. You need to journal every day. You can see how many journal entries I have so far.
0. Call your mom or someone who misses you. That's a good one. Right. They want to hear from you. Look for a new recipe and sex.
That's 15 minutes worth of sex. Although that would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
For me, yes. Awful.
I know this is not on our show prep list, but I have to mention this because you mentioned drumming.
Do you want some music to go before this or not?
Sure. Okay. I just have to say this because I forgot. When I was at the concert, the Cheap Trick Journey Def Leppard concert,
right.
I was with a group of friends, and Def Leppard comes on, and we're like, I don't know, 3 songs in. Mm-hmm. And Pat turns to me, he's like, the drummer.
That drummer only has one arm. Right.
And I look at him, and I'm thinking that this is a joke, right? I'm like... Yeah? And he's like, that's cool. Like, what? I'm like, are you serious? You did not know that the drummer for Def Leppard only has one arm. Like, they're known for that. That's part of what makes them famous, I feel like. No?
Well, you remember the story, right? It was a car accident. And window was open, arm.
I didn't know this.
Car either flipped on its side or whatever.
I couldn't remember it.
So, a chunka. There goes the arm. I think it's awesome that they continued rather than saying, okay, we need to get a duo armed drummer. They're like, we're going to make this work. So he uses his feet a lot, like
bare feet. He's got his bare feet. They showed it,
snare and stuff like that. So yeah, Rick Allen is the guy.
But I feel like if you know Def Leppard at all, that you know that. Okay, so then another
part of their history. Yes,
another song goes by, and my friend Mario, who's there, leans over Pat because he's next to Pat, and he's like, Jen, the drummer, he's only got one arm. Did you see that? I'm like, who am I with right now?
Who doesn't know this?
Who am I with right now? And Mario is, as like you, very into music. I'm like, this is blowing my mind right now.
Well, Mario's into aliens and extra,
Anyway, we have a long podcast today. Keep going. We got to keep going.
No, I just share my Rick Allen story because I did get to meet those guys back in the day.
Oh.
After the accident. Be careful which hand you extend to the one-armed drummer because...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I felt kind of bad. Were
they so nice? Please tell me they were so nice.
Great.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
Good dudes. This is probably...
It's one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
Def Leppard, and I have not met them.
Do we need to pass on something?
Yes, we got it. We'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow.
Okay.
Fun Fact Friday. We're going to go through a few of them.
All right.
We're
Here's our
going
Fun
real
Fact
long.
Friday music, which is just a random music thing.
Okay.
All right. We love Fun Fact Friday. Hopefully you can use some of this stuff. If you cannot, we're not responsible for that because it's free. We'll give you your money back. All the money you spent on this podcast, if you don't get any knowledge from it, we will send your money back.
Yes, we will. All right, let's each pick a few. Like, okay, sleep literally cleans your brain. During slumber, more, what's that word? Cerebrospinal fluid?
I'd say it's cerebrospinal, but yeah.
Rushes through the brain to wash away harmful proteins and toxins that build up during the day. So that's why one of the many reasons why sleep is so important, and I need to get more of it.
One that I found is in the course of an average lifetime, while sleeping, you could eat around 70 different insects and possibly 10 spiders.
Stop it. I've heard that, like something like that before. That's why you should sleep with your mouth closed, and that's real.
You can't tell somebody to sleep with their mouth closed if they,
Read the Breathe book, and you will. You should. It's better for you. They even have mouth tape.
I agree that. Okay, so you got to put don't talk about the mouth tape. Some people are saying that's dangerous, but you know what they also have is like a wrap that you can put around your head that'll
close your jaw. Shut your mouth.
if you want to be spider and bug free in your mouth, that's what you have to do.
Beauty and the Beast was the first animated film to ever be nominated for Best Picture,
but
only
lost.
to be beaten by Silence of the Lambs.
As far as movie plots go, you have Beauty and the Beast, and then way over there, you have Silence. Could they be any more different?
No.
But Silence of the Lambs, who is the one who won. Back in the day, I didn't know. That was good and creepy. I did not know this, but back in the day, you're getting your picture taken. What do you say? You say cheese, right? Well, back in the day, people used to say prunes when getting their pictures taken. In the 1840s, a cheesy grin was seen as childish.
Oh, prunes.
So a photographer in London said, hey, say prunes to keep your mouth tight. But if you do it at the wrong time, you're going to have that. You're going to have that.
That explains why people like old photographs that you see.
They don't do anything.
They don't. They're just like stoic.
That's probably right after they said prunes.
Maybe.
They're just stoic. I like that. The position that dogs assume when they're inviting other pets to play is called the play bow.
Other pets to play, yes.
Which, and I still miss him, our German Shepherd Dexy, who went across the Rainbow Bridge back in March.
Yeah.
Every morning, even doing the morning show. So I walk downstairs at 3:30, 3:45. He's at the bottom of the stairs, tail is up in the air, wagging his front paws. It was just
like the front paws down. They're kind of like, oh, it's so
like
cute.
They make it so obvious. Like, play with me now. Like,
time to play.
Buddy.
Time to play.
Anything else you want to do on here?
No, that's good for now.
Okay. How about everybody's tongue print is different?
That's fine.
Okay.
It's like a fingerprint. It has unique features and differs from person to person.
Yeah, but that's right. When you're being booked at the police office.
Tongue print.
You got to put on the ink.
Well, if you've lost your arm or hand or something, then maybe they need to... Okay,
there you go.
Let's go.
Thank goodness.
We need to get to the weekend.
How many one-armed stories are we going to do today?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Weekend stuff. What's happening in our area? We're in the Seattle area here.
The Hawks play on Sunday, 105 at Lumen Field. They're playing the Denver Broncos.
Go Hawks.
The Huskies play tomorrow. Go Dogs are taking on East Michigan.
Okay.
The Washington State Fair's running all weekend long. BrickCon, which is the longest running Lego fan exhibition in the world, happens tomorrow and Sunday at Maidenbauer Center in Bellevue. I have seen pictures of this, and it is mind-blowing.
It is pretty impressive. I mean, you're thinking Legos,
BrickCon.
You know what they should have? They should have one for Lincoln Logs as well. I'm kidding. Lincoln Logs are lame.
No, they're not lame.
I'm going to get yelled at.
They're not
Lincoln
lame.
Logs are my favorite.
Lincoln Logs are not lame.
Lincoln Logs do not have the staying power of Legos.
Yeah, Legos are a lot more popular.
Live music this weekend. You've got the Doobie Brothers at White River Amphitheater.
Tonight.
Future. Yes, also. Yeah, tonight. Also Futures at Climate Pledge and Hosier at the Gorge. Now, of course, have you heard the most recent Hosier song? Why am I blanking on it? Oh, jeez. No, I've done it.
Never blank on songs.
You're right. I've got Def Leppard songs in my head right now.
And I won't, and I need.
That's not Hosier at all. Hosier.
No, I'm singing Def Leppard. Animal.
Is it the Gorge?
That would be a good show, by the way.
Yes. Tonight and tomorrow, Ray LaMontagne. Phenomenal. Trouble.
I don't see. You had to play it for me, and I'm like, I got nothing.
He's at Chateau Saint Michel for 2 shows. Slipknot, the opposite of Ray LaMontagne, is at White River on, what is that, tomorrow? Yeah. You also have Sum 41 And their little black backpack, I think that was theirs, right?
I have no idea who that is.
I got to think about that.
That's tomorrow night at WAMU Theater.
And Switchfoot, who I am a big fan of Switchfoot.
You are?
Mm-hmm. They're at Marymore on Sunday tomorrow.
Here is what I will say about almost all of those shows are outdoor. Mm-hmm. And what a great weekend we have for those shows. That makes my heart happy for all of you going to those shows.
A little on the hot side, but yeah, I mean, it's
but by nighttime and the sun goes down, it'll be perfect.
It is better than the opposite of being poured on. Tim Burton's Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice opens, actually already opened.
And yesterday,
yeah. Also The Thicket with Peter Dinklage and Juliette Lewis, and The Front Room starring Brandy Norwood.
That's Brandy. I had to look that up. I'm like, why is Brandy Norwood?
She's Brandy Norwood. That's her last name.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
But I just know her as Brandy.
Okay.
What are you doing this weekend?
Evidently, maybe going on the boat on Sunday with my friend Jen.
Yeah, what else?
But I do have a barbecue to do on Sunday as well, so
what
I have
time?
to work around that. Barbecue time, so probably that early afternoon, late afternoon.
Okay.
All right. You've got a couple birthday parties.
I have 2 birthday parties tomorrow night. I have a happy hour tonight. I got to detail my car. I got to do some housework. I'm adulting. #adulting this weekend. That's what I'm doing.
2 birthday parties, is that adulting?
Yeah, happy hour's adulting too. It's all part of it. It's
I know
balance.
that happy hour's adulting.
It's an adulting balance that you have to have.
We have a small announcement because we are too small to do big announcements.
We have a small announcement that we're going to make on Monday.
Nobody ever sells it that way. Coming up, a small announcement.
It's not that big, but we have a little something.
You know what? For us, it's a big announcement.
Benefit you.
Mm-hmm. On Monday, especially people that used to listen to Curt and Jen in the morning on the radio.
I'm excited about
this. Bringing back something fun. So a small announcement on Monday that can benefit you in the form of some delicious food.
Not U.S. dollars, delicious food.
Yeah, we don't have U.S. dollars to give away.
No, we don't.
We didn't have when we were at the radio station either, but we did it anyway.
Yeah. Maybe that's why we're not there anymore.
We've got this much budgeted. How much have you guys given away?
This much! All right. That was the hugest hint if you listen to our show on the radio. It's going to be a fun one. We want to include everybody.
Thank you for listening. Please follow, please like, please subscribe, all of the things, as Jen says, to help the show grow. And you know what? Feel free to tell your friends about it, too, if you're enjoying it.
Have an awesome weekend. Make fun memories. Enjoy that sunshine. Wear that sunscreen. Make good choices. Find joy. Spread kindness.